Hey, welcome to the third round. We keep playing elves like you're supposed to play elves by going first and keeping decent enough hands. Like if you draw Cradle and maybe Heritage to it in the second turn, but even though I would probably much rather draw... Yeah, I kind of want to draw Cradle and Heritage to it and Viable Symbiote, then we are like in insane shape and can probably win on the third turn. So let's try to make that happen. Opponent keeps 7. I have no idea what he's playing. There's like a couple of new guys here that I haven't seen before that I can't put on a deck, and I don't care enough to actually look him up on MTG Goldfish. Oh, I just said that. No, I mean, I usually do that like for when it's not for streams or when it's not for recordings, but I think I want you to have like the untainted impression as if you were playing a real tournament. Basic island, huh? Not this is like these basic islands are more like I want to have nice islands, but I don't really. So Sandika Full Arts, not my cup of tea. Portent. It's so weird how this is actually a legacy card now. Does it say in the chat what he's doing, whether he shuffles or not? Oh. Oh, can you shuffle? Like the first time somebody told me you could shuffle with this card, I thought they were joking, but apparently you can. In before Miracle's trigger now. Reveal Terminus. Yeah, take it. You have to give yourself the chance to be super lucky. So let's draw Cradle. I mean, you wouldn't even want to draw Cradle right now. You want to draw it the next turn if you want to draw it at all. I think I want to draw... I was too late. Thing is, he probably put Terminus second or third from the top. And by the way, I want to draw Viable Symbiote here, because this is a scary spot, because he knows like about the second and third cut. So right now, there's no Terminus on top of his deck, because that wouldn't make sense, but the card after could very likely be Terminus, so maybe I should sit back. It's not like we've got a hand that could beat Terminus anyway, but we shouldn't... Also, it's not like we're that far ahead if he doesn't have Terminus and we deploy our hand. So at this point, I would rather hold back and see what happens. Maybe he's not playing a blue source, white source now. Oh, he does. Counterbalance. He's thinking about a 2-drop. Or maybe, oh, he could be playing Brainstorm. Oh, another Portent, okay. Yeah, you may have that player shuffle as our library. Come on, do the shuffle. Oh, he doesn't. I mean, he would only ever shuffle if the top 3 cards of his deck were super crappy, because he has Scalding Tarn. If there's one card he wants to have, he can still keep them on top and then shuffle away the other 2. Which I hope he will, but he probably... Oh, by the way. That's how you play Elves. And we're gonna attack first, because if I play this, he might Swords to Plowshares the Visionary, which would make me sad. And now we're building an offense entirely composed of Symbiote and Visionary and force them into terminating. How would you put Terminus into a verb? Is it like... Because we already have Terminate, and that's also like a real magic card. So, Terminusing, that's so bad. Let's just switch topic to something else. This guy. Okay, now what would be super cute if I didn't play this guy again, because then if he has Terminus on top, he trades just for the Viable Symbiote. But I think... nah, I want to do this. I want to do it like this. There's also a chance... Nah, okay. So, I'm not going to play another Visionary. I think I'm just going to do it like this. And then if he has Terminus, I can eat one of the portents. Actually, I won't. Yeah, I can eat one of the portents. Yeah. That's fine. And then end of turn, get Dryad Arbor. And still have something. You may cast Terminus for its Miracles cast. Okay, you got that. And I will bounce my Visionary. I wish he had like a South Plowshares or something in the graveyard that we could eat that make more of a difference. Eating port and not very exciting. Any order. So what I want to draw here is Wirewood Symbiote and Cradle. That would be really sweet. Maybe we can make it happen. Okay, opponent doesn't... Right, okay, he's gonna know about the top cards of his deck again after this ponder. Maybe he's gonna shuffle. Come on. I mean, at this point I think he must have Chase in hand. Chase, Farcifer, because he doesn't have... Like, he didn't show Swords to Plowshares. So I think he doesn't have Swords to Plowshares. And maybe I should try on... But he could have Swords to Plowshares now, of course. Getting dried over here is a bit scary, but I think we really eventually have to get it. Just to put pressure on Chase if he does... Oh! More cards we want, more cards we like. Of course, if he has another Terminus on top now, it's a bit awkward, because I'm definitely going to roll out my entire board here. Oh, Force Mage, huh? Okay. So I could play this face down, and then surprise kill him. Actually, you wouldn't kill him, right? Oh, but it pumps itself, so it's like 4 and 6 is 10, 11, yeah, and 3 is 14. I don't want to play this guy, because he's our way to reload after Terminus, but screw it. He wouldn't put Terminus on top here when he's passing on an empty board. I mean... If he's good enough, he probably would, but it's really hard, a really hard thing to do. And pass. Close my eyes. Hope it's not Terminus again. It's not. Bam. Now play Chase, huh? No. Oh, Supreme Verdict? That would be awkward. Or Counterbalance. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna test him? I really don't hate just going for this Force Mate thing, but want to. Well, we can also hardcast Crowd of Behemoth, which we probably should as soon as we can, because once he gets this next Mass Removal spell, we're never gonna get use of this card ever again. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, and we have enough. I mean, I could play Reclamation Sage, but he looks like he has Brainstorm in hand. Like, it would be very... Oh, he also has Counterspell, huh? He probably has Counterspell. The thing is, Tribal Force Match is almost certainly going to resolve, because he's probably going to Blind Flip and he's going to kill it with, like, very likely, like, a land on top. If I play Reclamation Sage here for 3, he's gonna Counterspell, or... He's either gonna Counterspell or Brainstorm, put a 3 on top. And then I have 4 or 5 mana to still do the Tribal Force Mate. I don't hate that, actually. I don't hate that. Maybe we're gonna... Yeah, let's just try this. Having Tribal Force Mage makes for some very interesting dynamics in this matchup now. Or not in this matchup, but in general. Especially when people don't expect it. Oh, it just resolves? Okay, that's weird. Oh, he actually really might have Counterspell now. Because he's super... Because we didn't have the Cradle and stuff, or like we got Sons of Mana, he might be super scared of Natural Order, and he's like, oh, I really have to hold on to my Counterspell here. And we'll just keep baiting him then. Like, we're gonna cast this guy face down and be like, come on, give us your Counterspell. He's like, no, not gonna fall for that. And we're like, ooh, yes, you're gonna fall for that. You've already fell for it.
Battle cruiser operational.
I mean, it's not gonna kill him, but it's gonna make things really awkward. Or is it? Oh, I forgot. Oh, see, I forgot that this guy doesn't get haste. It's just 9 damage, like 9 random damage, and now, oh fuck. Another reason he might not have counterspelled here is because he has Terminus on top and didn't want to crack the fetch land. Like us, like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Like, it makes absolutely perfect. Like, if we were going to kill him, then he would crack the fetch land because he has to and counterspell, but if he can help it, he doesn't want to because there's Terminus. It's super likely that there's Terminus on top now. I should have seen that. And it's not. Okay. Oh, Supreme Verdict? Main deck? No. What would you need 4 mana for? I mean, could be Supreme Verdict, right? Do they play Supreme Verdict main deck now? Apparently they do. But it's not as bad as Terminus. Because Terminus would allow him to do some really crazy shit here. And he's down to 5 life. We can grind that out. Especially next turn we might already have Kratov again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, next turn we have Kratov mana. By the way, what are 2 remove cards? Is that right, Arbor? No. We might actually lose this game. But yeah, I'm making progress. I realized that this guy doesn't give itself haste, which I already basically knew, but in my head it worked differently. And it also pumps only the creature type of your choice, which is also news to me now. I think I'm gonna do this because it forces him to use a counterspell. We deal 1 less damage, but it's okay. Blanca, get in there. I mean, he's got 6 cards in hand, right? There must be something. Swords to Plowshares in response to the trigger. Must be, right? Oh, fuck.
Triple kill.
Sweet. Sweet, sweet child of mine. I think there should have been a way for us to play this better. I mean, eventually it probably would have come down to this anyway, unless he actually really did have neither Force of Will nor Counterspell, then we could have killed him on the previous turn. Trigger resolves and pass. Oh, and treat. Sweet. This opens up the line where we play Visionary into Deathbite Shaman, and then next turn we draw Quirion Ranger and kill him. Yeah. But we can still find Dryad Arbor and attack for 2, and if we have a Pendelhaven next turn, we even attack for 3, but he's got us for Xaxes. And he's still got 6 cards in hand, come on. It's super unlikely that we will take him out here. But you gotta try. Yep. Correctly attacking with both angels. Okay, Tribal Force Mage. Not yet ready to cast the verdict about the card, but the card not giving haste to itself, kind of a somewhat big deal, I think. I think it's also not a card for this matchup, after all. I think the matchup where it shines most... Oh, now we can draw Pendelhaven and Dryad Arbor. The matchup where it shines most is most of these Delver-based... like these post-board Delver grind games. I can see it working out there. This is... Oh no, this is not a game, because we already lost. We are dead on board. Okay. Okay, let's see. Miracles, huh? It's been a while. So what do I like against Miracles? Definitely the chokes. Unfortunately, we have to bring in the Abrupt Decays because of Counterbalance and potentially Mentor, but we already saw one in Treat, so it's still kind of needed. I don't want these, I don't want this. Tribal Force Match doesn't seem great. I like, well, I certainly like these 4. I'm not too sure about these 2. But first of all, let's take out what we always take out in the matchup. And then, yeah, we kind of have to take out 2 of those. And then it's like, do we really want Cabal Therapies? Probably. But we already have so much. I don't hate bringing Cabal Therapies. I really, really like this card against the new Miracles. Not bringing Ooze. Scoozy boy. Hey, Scoozy. Needle is... I'm not too hot about Needle, but it shuts down Chase, and Chase is one of the most important cards in the matchup. But the thing is, they often actually side out Chase, which to me feels very incorrect. Okay, let's do it like this. And then we could take out one more creature and add another Chemotherapy. I think I kinda wanna do it like this. I'm not sure. Thing is, if the early game is super scrappy, that's fine, because they don't have top anymore. So we can just like then top deck Choke or Nissa or Visionary and then draw what we need. But it's just so weird to only bring in a single Chemotherapy. Maybe I want 4. That's just 4 discards. It's just like all of these. If you draw multiple of these, how many cards are that? 11 cards. It's usually a bit awkward. Like 2 Thoughtseize is okay. 2 Abrupt Decays can already be quite the liability. Maybe I'm just gonna play. He's gonna keep Counterbalance, right? But he didn't value Counterbalance very highly. At worst it takes out an Angel or like an Snapcaster Mage to allow us to take down Chase. Let's do it like this. It's a bit weird if we don't bring a Needle against Miracles. It feels like the card isn't good enough. Okay, here we go. I would like to play first, yes. Oh, this is a potential turn 2 kill. How can I not like this? I will keep this and hope he just goes turn 1 Ponder or I don't know. What's it called? Portent. Of all the cards that I have seen played in Legacy before, I didn't think that Portent would be the one to come back. But we said the same about Counterbalance, and Counterbalance came back like twice. Okay, Brainstorm. I really wouldn't mind trading this for Force of Will plus Pitch. Because in the worst case, if this resolves, then there's a chance that we will only draw a single card of the Glimpse. Okay, let's see. Drawing another Nettle Sentinel wouldn't be too bad. But we already decided out to. Oh. I'm not gonna get a Dried Arbor here. There's no point in doing that because we would still have enough mana to do what we want to do next turn, which is like play this and then get Wild Symbiote, and yeah, that's good enough. I don't love our position here, but I also don't hate it. There's a chance that he plays Counterbalance and we draw Choke now. Oh, it doesn't, okay. Maybe we can draw Choke now. But now it's not very good. So now we're gonna do it like this and get Symbiote. Bayou's fine. There's a good chance he Flusterstorms this, even though Flusterstorm isn't amazing against Elves. I think it's good enough to keep it in post-board. It depends on what you want to take out. Or to bring it in post-board, not keep it in. If this is a counterspell, that's okay. Because the thing is, if you trade for counterspell here, then we opened up a lot of like potential great top decks if he doesn't have another counterspell. Oh, Brainstorm? Okay. So him brainstorming here makes me think... Oh, he might also, like, makes me think that he has Flusterstorm, but he also might try to find us out Plowshares for Visionary because he knows what's coming up. But this is okay. Unfortunately, Flusterstorm not really good against us post-board except for Green Sun Zenith, so he pretty much hit the best target he could find. Whereas Counterspell on Senate isn't amazing at all. So here he didn't really trade down, whereas had he counterspelled it, he certainly traded down because he's looking to counterspell like Nissa and Choke and stuff like that. Still no Terminus. So is it Supreme Verdict in hand? Or Mentor? Like, just cast a blind Mentor? No? Okay. This is so awkward. This is so awkward because we have to keep playing things because we need to find one of our Haymakers and he just sits there and takes 5 a turn now. Abrupt Decay is one of the cards I actually wanted to draw here. Not so much since we have Pendelhaven, because I was like, oh, but if he goes for Snapcaster Mage, it actually doesn't matter all too much. Are we gonna pump? Yeah, we're gonna pump. Should have probably pumped the Visionary in case he has swords, but yeah. Not gonna play a Death Ride. He fetches here. Oh, because he knows what's on top, right? Brainstorm? Yeah, okay. It would be so weird if he just won this game by attacking. Oh, this is the Brainstorm that eats your soul. This is the Brainstorm that really eats your soul. Because you kind of know that yeah, but either it's a desperation Brainstorm, or he does it to put Terminus on top now. Okay, let's see, maybe he has Snapcaster Mage into Brainstorm. He's got exactly enough mana for that to then Terminus. Oh, Verdict. Okay. You can still attack for a bit of damage next turn. And, like, if we draw Choke now... That's not Choke. I wanna get Death Ride online now. Also, I kinda wanna have enough to pressure Chase, should he play Chase next turn. And then we should still have enough to... it's annoying. Basically, you wanna have enough to kill Chase next turn if he has Swords to Plowshares. So we need 2 creatures plus 1 equals 3, so I could play Dryad Arbor or Heritage to it. Which one would I prefer to have him play? Probably Dryad Arbor. Nah. Can't really say. I think Dryad Arbor. Gives us slightly more good top decks. Is this gonna be Chase? I hope so. Please no. Oh, another Verdict. Okay. Now I would have preferred to have Dryad Arbor, Heritage Brute in play, because like having Dryad Arbors not die to Verdict is good. Like basically you want to trade your Dryad Arbors for the Terminus and not for the Verdict. But okay. Still gonna play this land because there's a chance that he thinks that we could have another Arbor. But this game doesn't look too good. Overall, I think, unless like Miracles has a couple of Kozilek's returns or something like that, in the new metagame, Elves is actually slightly favored against Miracles. But you can't always win these matches. But it's tight. Like in the old metagame, Miracles was definitely a favorite. It was almost okay post-board if you had a lot of hate. But right now, I don't mind playing against Miracles too much. Because discard suddenly is like a real thing against them. And he probably knows that we don't have a third Dryad Arbor. And 2 lands, there's lots of evil things he could do on 2 lands. I don't hate this guy, but he's also not very good. Like basically what the opponent could be doing here, okay, we're gonna attack him because he has 2 fetch lands. What he could be doing here is bring in Containment Priest, but this guy wouldn't even make a difference if he has Containment Priest because we have Pendelhaven anyway. If he's not gonna fetch, then it's Entreat the Angels. Oh, it's not? Okay. But he got a Miracle Trigger. That's interesting. You would cast Terminus here, would you not? Could it be like Banishing Stroke, but you would also cast that? Judgment. Okay. Interesting. Wonder if he's... Yeah, he's gonna take this one. And then what? So he's got either Terminus or Entreat in hand? And he would rather... interesting. Draw 3 cards, yeah. Not gonna lie, this game is super out of our reach. Unless the opponent bricks really hard and doesn't find Swords to Plowshares. Maybe he's not playing them. Like, Swords to Plowshares, not good enough. Not good enough for me. I played Council's Judgment. I'm a Council Judgment man. And then this. Gonna commit to what I did previously. It feels so bad, but I have to do it. Now there could be swords, at least. This seems like swords, yeah. Okay, F6. Oh, not F6. Okay, F6. I was like, maybe he's gonna play a creature that we can abrupt decay, but no, he's not. Imagine if we played, I don't know, what's it called? Exquisite Firecraft. They should make that a green card. And there's the angels. Is there anything we can top deck to still win before the angels kill us? How many angels is he gonna make? Probably just 3, because they kill in 2 swings. Or so he thinks. Turn off auto yields. Draw 3 cards. So I was like, right now I'm thinking about maybe we can just like draw basically what we need to draw is Visionary into another 1/1 elf, and then he leaves 1 angel back and attacks us for 2 and thinks, yeah, and then we untap and kill the angel and kill him. I think that's our line. Because killing an angel here kind of gives away what we are about to do. So, I mean, there's still infinite things that could go wrong, but I kind of like doing it like this. But, okay, this could also work, but it's not very likely to work at all. Also, we should make sure not to fetch 3 times and only twice, so we can still stay alive against 2 angels. He goes to 2. Yeah, he's really confident in what he's doing. Draw 3 cards. I mean, why wouldn't he be? But at least we have a line. Is he gonna leave back an angel? No. Wouldn't even make sense at this board, knowing that we have no more Dryad Arbors. And we have to commit to this now. Now we're dead to end of turn Snapcaster Mage, but that's okay. Ponder. I'm also gonna crack these 2 fetch lands on our upkeep. Just because like the life total doesn't make a difference, and there's like 0.2 chance or something to get a better draw. Or avoid the bad draw, so to say. Deck thinning is probably the single most overvalued thing in Magic. Or maybe the most misunderstood thing in Magic. Because sometimes people do it when they shouldn't. Like most of the time people do it when they shouldn't. And sometimes people also don't do it when they definitely should, because it doesn't make much of a difference. So let's see. Hardcast Forcifer? No, you can't do that, right? I mean, you could do that, but then it gets awkward when you have to start cracking your fetch lands. And we could have another Abrupt Decay. Oh, Hardcast Force, okay. I mean, you kind of have to force this here. Okay, this guy. Pass. If I was him and I had enough good stuff in hand, I would even consider just like -1ing the Viable Symbiote. Even though it's kind of interesting, -1ing the Viable Symbiote actually makes Glimpse alive top deck again. Or you do this. Let's gain life. Okay, and then there's no single top deck in Elves that wins the game for us here. I would be so surprised if there's anything he would put to the bottom. Yeah, and he puts it on top. Okay, can't win them all. Concede, and see you next round.